In Sydney, Customs and Border Protection have already searched the bags of a Vietnamese man and found he is carrying 5 bottles wrapped in plastic containing an unknown substance. A swab test will help determine if there are any traces of narcotics. The high reading for ephedrine is a serious concern, and the sticky contents of the bottles are now tested with a nick test, which also shows traces of narcotics.
Came up positive for amphetamines on the nick test.
On the nick test as well?
Yeah.
That's the one you got in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I think we might we'll frisk him, and then we'll take him into a room, and then we'll...
Right.
All right. I'll get a Vietnamese card. I need you to read, okay? This is for a pat down, okay? This is in Vietnamese, okay? I'm going to detain you for a frisk, okay? You understand? Yeah. I need you to read, okay, both sides. It tells you what the frisk is, what the law is, and what your rights are.
While the passenger reads the frisk card, the substance has been identified as honey. But officers are concerned that it may contain suspended narcotic chemicals. So a test will be performed using the street lab. This young Frenchman, who has been travelling around Australia for over 2 years, has arrived back in Brisbane, and immigration is wondering how he supported himself while on his last tourist visa, and if he plans to breach the rules of his new one.
So we have a French passenger that's returned from Bali. He's on a visitor visa. He's currently with Customs and they're doing a baggage search. We're looking for any documents that may indicate that he may be coming back to Australia to work. He's been here on a visitor visa for a period of 3 months, and now he's returning only after 1 week away.
Immigration may have found proof he may be planning to work illegally, and some of this evidence appears to be on his mobile phone.
So there's some messages here that indicate that he may have been working on his last visa, and that was a tourist visa as well. There's also a roster from a farm that has been sent to him as a picture message, which his name occurs on this roster. So now what we will do is we'll take the passenger in for further interview, and we'll ask him what he was doing on his last tourist visa and what he intends to do on this visa.
At Sydney's International Mail Centre, biosecurity officers closely scrutinise thousands of packages a day in an attempt to stop any potential threat entering the country.
Oh, what do you think about that, Peter?
Oh, I'm definitely interested in that one.
Today, an X-ray of a box declared as Halloween decorations has caught officers' attention.
I don't think it's food. It looks like potentially some kind of animal, so I definitely want to rescreen that.
Viewed from another angle, the X-ray of the contents of the package is alarming.
Okay, well, it's quite clear, isn't it, on this image?
Definitely clear around there. I
the
can
vertebrae.
see a vertebrae through the back here. I can see some limbs up through here.
Yeah.
Definitely can see the head on that first image there.
Yeah.
Looks like it's still full of internal organs as well, because it's quite dense in the middle here.
Okay.
We definitely need to find out what's inside this box.
Okay.
The package is taken for secondary inspection, and officers will need to be extremely cautious when opening it up.
We do get a lot of taxidermied animals come through the mail, but to have something that's quite solid in matter means it could potentially be a whole creature in here.
While this passenger, arriving from Vietnam, has consented to a frisk search, a second man who has come from Malaysia has been taken aside for a bag search.
Yeah, we've just got a passenger from Malaysia at the barrier. English is only fair.
Would you like some more water?
Yeah.
Would you like more water? No, thanks.
His nervous behaviour is causing some concern for Customs and Border Protection.
Yeah, the passenger's showing signs of nerves, asking for frequent cups of water.
A thorough bag search could reveal why he is acting this way. Back in the tool room, The bottles of honey belonging to the other man previously indicated a possible presence of narcotics, so it is now being tested using the street lab machine.
Basically, the street lab has concluded analysing the substance and it's come up with a negative result.
It is now conclusive that there is nothing of concern in the honey. And at the bench, the frisk is also complete.
Having performed the frisks on the passenger, we're not entirely happy with the result. Quite hard around the stomach, and I think there's a chance he could be possibly carrying something internally. So we're going to escalate this to a body scan now.
A body scan is a tool used to take an internal image of a person that is assessed by a medical professional at a hospital to check for any pellets containing narcotics that have been swallowed or inserted. While the scan is conducted and officers wait for the results, Customs and Border Protection have almost finished searching the bags of the other man.
Do you have your wallet? Do you have your wallet, please? Yeah. Do you have any other paperwork? Any paperwork? Your return flight tickets? Or with you? Can you just put them on the barrier, please?
He also has some suspicious food items that need to be tested.
We've swabbed some foodstuffs, and I'm just about to check for any trace of narcotics or a precursor.
This French chef has been taken for an interview after immigration officers found messages that indicate he worked illegally while on his previous tourist visa. They are concerned that he plans to do the same thing on his new one. But he claims that he is only here to tie up a few loose ends.
So what are your plans now? How long will you stay in Australia in this trip?
Well, I'd like to sell my car, and after I will go back to France.
He first arrived on a working holiday visa, and he legally worked at a number of restaurants around the country, and then worked on a farm to gain an extension to his visa.
And where was that located?
Gatton.
Gatton?
Yeah.
And what were you picking?
Broccoli.
Broccoli?
And after that, I moved to Sydney. I worked for 2 months. And after that, I fly to Thailand for 2 weeks to take my first tourist visa. And after, when I fly back, I start my traveling.
Although he originally worked legally at the farm in Gatton, the messages indicate that he returned and worked again, but on a tourist visa with no work rights.
Quite a number of messages in there indicating that you may have actually been working. So this is why we're having a chat to you today and why we need to find out what you were planning to do here in Australia. So what could happen today is that we could allow you to come into Australia, or we may need to cancel your visa, and you may be sent back home to France.
After x-raying this package, biosecurity officers have discovered it contains an unusual-looking item, which they suspect may be some kind of animal.
It's coming from the United States, from a person to a person.
What's it declared as?
Halloween decoration zombie goat. So we've got a potential whole animal in this box. There's a lot of risks associated with that. We're unsure of the origin of the animal and what kind of animal it is.
The box is opened by Australia Post.
Okay, ready?
And officers take every precaution before inspecting the contents.
I can smell a chemical.
So it's encased with a liquid?
It's encased in a bag with a liquid around it, so at the moment we're okay.
If whatever is inside isn't preserved correctly, there is a possibility it could carry many types of diseases.
I can see a hoof, 1 or 2 little hoofs in here. So it could still be along the line of a goat.
It's very discoloured.
But it's very young indeed.
As the plastic layers are unwrapped, their suspicions that it contains some kind of animal are confirmed.
Okay, there we go.
And it's like nothing either of them have ever seen before. Bottles of honey belonging to a Vietnamese man have been cleared of containing an illicit substance, and the results of his body scan have just come through.
The body scans come back negative. We're happy that the results are all negative.
Although the honey is no longer a concern for Customs and Border Protection, he will not be able to keep it as it is a serious biosecurity risk.
Quarantine will now seize the honey because the honey's not commercially packaged, so they're going to seize and destroy the honey now. So the passenger is free to go now and there's nothing found.
At another bench, a Malaysian man has been acting nervously, and his packets of curry powder have tested positive to traces of a controlled substance.
The passenger's showing signs of nerves. Some of the foodstuffs that he was carrying have come back under some of our testing positive for ephedrine. So we're going to do further testing and probably call our investigations unit to come over.
A precursor test kit will be used to see if the curry powder does contain the chemical ephedrine that is used to manufacture methamphetamine or ice. But getting a sample is not that easy.
We're trying to dig out the actual white granules as opposed to the possible curry powder, just to isolate to get a better reaction. So.
After the white granules are placed in the kit, a series of chemicals are then added at intervals to eventually show a positive or negative result. Back at the bench, there is a new situation to deal with as the man needs to go to the bathroom and he is required to use the controlled toilet.
We've got to take people under suspicion to the controlled toilets because we don't know what they're carrying internally. So we've got to be there, have two people of the same gender as the person to make sure there's no foreign objects.
Biosecurity officers suspect a package declared as Halloween decorations is actually a whole animal of some kind.
So we have a goat declaration, a sheep written on the bag.
As they peel back the layers of plastic, their worst fears are confirmed.
Okay, and actually it is, by the looks of it, a sheep. It looks like it's a newborn lamb. It's still got the umbilical cord attached to it, and it seems to be very, very, very fresh.
Yep.
And from what I can see, it is all still intact. Everything, all the organs are still inside. Why it's for Halloween, I have no idea, and why someone would import
send that
a
through
whole
the post.
animal for a decoration is beyond me.
The intended recipient will be issued with a seizure notice, but the goods won't be going any further.
So these goods pose such a high risk for our biosecurity here, we're going to destroy these goods immediately.
So what are your plans now? How long will you stay in Australia in this trip?
So maybe like in 1 week, maybe in 2 weeks. I have no idea.
This Frenchman has just been presented with messages from a person who seems to organise workers for a farm in Queensland. And this suggests he actually worked illegally while on his last tourist visa.
So were you driving for her at all? What was
Exactly. Yeah. Like I work for her.
Yeah.
And it was very nice, very good memories, and she asked me to do that, so I say yeah, why not?
Okay. Were they paying you cash or were they paying you?
Yeah, they pay me cash.
Pay you cash. Well, see, the problem lies in that any work that entails money being received for any service you provide is actually a breach of condition, because you have a no work condition on the visa.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so basically what has happened that you've actually have breached your visa conditions on your previous stay in Australia. All right, so what I need to ascertain now is that you've come back on a visitor visa. A visitor visa basically is for here to holiday, as you had been previously before. So I need to find out exactly what your plans are.
I was thinking maybe to work like a pickup, like I told you, but maybe not. I don't know, but not anymore for sure. If I can stay in Australia.
And with that admission to having plans to work illegally, Officer Pablo has a reason to take the process to the next level.
So what's going to happen now is that we will be issuing you a notice of considering to cancelling your visa.
And yeah, but what do you think? I can stay? I can, I just can know?
Nathan, you just admitted to me that if you were to stay in Australia, you would be looking at picking fruit.
No, for sure, no.
You just said that to me.
No, it was before. Now, not anymore. For sure, I will not do that.
You said to me that you were considering, if you were going to stay in Australia, that you might go back to Gatton and pick fruit.
No,
Did you not say
for
that?
sure, I will not go back to Gatton, for sure. I just want to sell my car, to take my, like, I have all my knife. I have a lot of shit here.
Okay.
I can't go back to France without that. I have all my knife, all my skates, like my surfboard, everything.
He will now be given some time alone to think about any reasons why immigration should not send him home to France. A Malaysian man has had to be escorted to use the controlled toilet, and a test to confirm his packets of curry powder contain ephedrine is almost completed. It will be positive if the final drop of a testing liquid turns blue.
And we have a positive. It's telling us it's present of ephedrine. Very strong colour, very deep. It's a definite positive.
He has finished using the toilet and will be taken to an interview room.
The controlled toilet was negative, but we've called our investigation section. The foodstuff weighs approximately 4 kilos of curry powder, positive for ephedrine. We're not sure of the amount until testing is done at a later date. There'll be a record of interview conducted and investigations then make a decision on the matter.
Once the interview is complete, the man is taken to be charged with importing a border-controlled substance. This French chef has been given the chance to come up with a reason why immigration shouldn't cancel his visa.
When we initially spoke to him out in the arrivals halls, he actually admitted that he previously worked on a farm while he was on his previous visit on a tourist visa. And he has admitted in formal interview that he intended to come back and work at that same farm. So what we've done is we've actually issued a notice of intention to consider cancellation. And now he's actually responding as to why his visa should not be cancelled.
But I think I'm a good person. I never have any problem with justice, police, immigration before. I have my car. It's my first car. It's a lot of memories inside. I don't want to leave Australia because I didn't say goodbye to all my Australian friends, to all the people I meet here. I really want to be here, like maybe in 2-3 years. So. Like the weather is good, the money is good, everything is good here. I'm feeling good. I don't like my country.
Officer Pablo now discusses Nathan's response with duty manager Shannon to make the decision whether to allow him entry. But unfortunately, this is a clear-cut case and there is only one outcome.
So we have at this point decided that we have sufficient grounds to consider cancelling your visa, and as such your visa will be cancelled. It means that you do not have a visa to enter Australia.
So my visa is cancelled.
Your visa has been cancelled, and you will we will make arrangements for your return to Australia.
Like, why?
Well,
seriously, why? Like, I want to go back to Australia. I'm chef. Like, a lot of things now it's happened. Like, I have my car here. I have everything here. Like.
Well, you did admit to us that you had worked illegally in Australia previously. You did admit that you were going to do it again on this.
I don't need anyone. I don't need anything. What I will do now with my car, with all my stuff, what I will do, can I talk with the manager?
Okay, sure. So what we'll do, we'll terminate the interview.
No, I don't want to do anything. I just want to talk with the manager now.
It's all a bit too late, but Nathan begs with duty manager Shannon to reconsider.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but the decision has been made and it is final.
But can I go to Brisbane City to take all my stuff?
No.
I don't
So
have
you have
any.
to
All my clothes is dirty. I don't have any clothes.
Yeah, that's fine.
What can I do?
That's fine. We can give you clothes.
No, I want my clothes.
Yep.
I don't want your clothes.
Well, you can wash them. There's places where you're
But
going.
I have to go to Brisbane to take my all my stuff.
Yep, you can't. You'll be staying in detention. You'll go to the accommodation centre until we organise for your flight back home to France.
Okay.
But your friends can bring stuff to you if you need stuff brought to
I
you.
need my stuff, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I need all my stuff, yeah, for sure.
It's a difficult situation that Nathan finds himself in, but immigration think he knew about his visa conditions and decided to take the risk.
So it's not the best news to receive, and obviously he is distressed and not dealing with the decision very well. But given, the circumstances of the case, it is the right decision.